Max for y'all. DC Studio update. James Gunn talks SuperMan and new Slate. See what the Cosmic Coaster has to say about this, and check this out and see what they have to say.
We have a DC Studios update for you today where we'll be diving into what James Gunn had to say about the cast of Superman and a rumor coming from an insider saying that we should very, very soon be ready for James Gunn's big announcement for his plan for the DC universe. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. I'm your host Chris, and James Gunn is well known for interacting with fans, insiders, leakers on Twitter, answering questions or calling out rumors that aren't true. As he was a director for Guardians of the Galaxy, Peacemaker, Suicide Squad, he would very frequently jump on Twitter and share his thoughts on whatever topics the fans were talking about. This is really awesome news for us as fans of DC, considering now he's going to be co-president of DC Studios. Because I really enjoy the direct approach to the fans. The fans truly are kind of what everything is built around. And although we aren't the decision makers or we aren't the people making these movies happen, we don't understand budgets and animation and all of the other difficulties that go into it. I think it's really cool that a president of a studio does take the time to interact with the fans who in many ways direct what's going to happen next. And today we have an update directly from James Gunn about Superman. Somebody on Twitter said Jacob Elroyd is rumored to be James Gunn's Superman for the DCU. Thoughts? Question mark. Well, we get some pretty awesome thoughts from James Gunn, who says, "My thoughts are no one has been cast as Superman yet. Casting, as is almost always the case with me, will happen after the script is finished or close to finished. And it isn't. We'll announce a few things in not too long, but the casting of Superman won't be one of them." And then a mermaid with a trident emoji, which is an interesting choice. Got me obviously thinking first and foremost Aquaman. Maybe this is a hint to what they will be announcing. However, we have close to no idea what it is exactly James Gunn will be announcing, only that back in early December, he did clarify that we would be getting more announcements in January. And here we are, halfway through January, ready for some announcements. So we're going to talk about a recent insider talking about how we should expect this soon and even giving us a date. But I want to continue on this Superman front. You may or may not be aware, Henry Cavill has stepped away from Superman. Odds are you're aware of that. But you also may not be aware that James Gunn has actually come out and given us a little bit of information about what they're looking for Superman. They're going to be using a younger Superman. That James Gunn is currently writing a story for somebody to direct for the DC universe. And he's going to take this younger Superman and create an entire new DC Studios story away from the DCEU, and hopefully, although we haven't had any confirmation yet, completely rebooting everything and starting over from scratch. With this new leadership and this new vision coming from Warner Bros. Discovery at the hands of Peter Safran and James Gunn. Now, we haven't had any other real updates about this other than the fact that it's happening. We know several have stepped away from their important and high roles in the Justice League. A few directors have written out letters saying thank you for all the time, it was great. And this is really pushing all of the snowball of excitement into whatever it is James Gunn is going to have to tell us. Now, I'm going to use Grace Randolph, although I don't often like to quote Grace Randolph. She does have a fairly accurate track record in some instance. With her, it's really 50-50, but here is what she said on Twitter yesterday. I hear there's a very good chance James Gunn's first DC announcement is next week. Not sure of the format, tweets, video, article in the trades, etc. Word is he met with Warner Brothers brass all this week already to pitch full coverage of that time, of course. Now, she also goes on to say, so far, no leaks on what he pitched. So, next week, tomorrow being Sunday, so that following week, is when we can expect James Gunn to pop out of the woodwork and share his information on his future. He spent the last week or so pitching it all to Warner Brothers, getting everything greenlit, everything approved for public understanding and public knowledge. And we have to keep in mind Warner Brothers is also looking for this change. That's why they've brought in two new co-presidents. They have a whole understanding of the issues that the DCU had with several different directors taking in different visions and different ideas, and pretty much also Warner Brothers sticking their nose in, trying to create whatever they felt would make the most money today, and not necessarily planting seeds for a future that would be very successful, which is a problem that Warner Brothers had, and caused DC to have a lot of issues. Well, let's make a movie about this character because that's what a lot of people seem to want to watch right now. And that affected the overall continuity and story for DC. But now we know, A, Superman has not been completed, B, it hasn't been cast, and whether or not Grace Randolph is right, within the next 2 weeks for sure, we will be getting a DC update, probably directly from James Gunn. According to Grace Randolph, it will come in the next 7 days, but James Gunn has been saying by the end of January for quite some time, so certainly within the last 14 days of this month, we'll have some type of picture of what exactly it is happening over at DC Studios. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other major movie and television news updates happening daily here on the channel. You can also follow me on my other socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. And I'll catch you guys on the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.
Please subscribe, like this video. Have a great day, and see you guys. Bye.